Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Upper Westside Kenshikai at Home. Today we are going to be doing a pre-karate class. Pre-karate is traditionally for ages 3 to 5. However, anyone can follow along with this class. So if you have a younger child who's 1.5, 2, by all means let them follow along. And if you have an older child who is, 6 or 7 or so, they're welcome to follow along too. All of our classes, we're going to give recommended ages, and all that means is that is kind of the level that the class is going to be taught toward. However, any age can try any class and can kind of modify if something is too hard or too easy. So happy that you all could join us. So we're going to start by just standing in our big, strong statue, right? So we're going to work a little bit today. Wednesday, I don't know about you guys, but for me, sometimes on Wednesdays, it's kind of the day that I'm a little bit low energy. I wake up and I'm a little bit like, things are stiff, things are sore. So we're going to do a little bit more of a warm-up today and focus on some different parts of our body. But first, let's just make that nice, big, strong statue. We're going to bow, say, us. All right, and now we're just going to give a little wiggle. Try to kind of shake everything out, and then when I say freeze, we're going to go back to that statue. So I'm doing my little wiggle, and now freeze. All right, let's do it again. Wiggle, shake it out, do a little dance, and freeze. Okay, one more time. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Shake it, shake it, shake it, and freeze. Okay, so we're going to isolate different parts of our body to warm up today. And what does that mean? It means we're going to try to only move certain parts of our body at a time. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to warm up our head and our neck. So everyone take your hands and just put them on your waist like this and make yourself really tall and still like a statue. And now we're just going to shake our head up and down. And try to just move your head. Don't move your whole body. Just your head up and down. Nice and slow. And now just your head side to side. All right. And now we're going to just move our head in a circle. And then a circle the other way. Very good. So now we're going to find our shoulders. These are our shoulders up here, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to leave our arms down for now. We're going to try to just bring our shoulders up and then let them drop, go. And then our shoulders go up. Squeeze them like you're trying to put your shoulders on your ears. Shoulders up and one more time. Shoulders up, up, up. Try to get them as high as they can and go. Okay, so now we're going to move from our shoulders to our arms all together, nice and big. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take one arm and we're going to stick it out really big. And while you're doing that, you can check from side to side and make sure you have a lot of room and that you're not going to bump into anything. And we're going to take that big arm that's really straight and we're going to start moving it in the biggest circle we can. And moms and dads at home, you can make sure that your child is not going to hit their arm on a wall or a table or their sibling. Good. And now if you can, we're going to make those big circles a little bit faster. And then we're going to stop. And we're going to try to turn those circles going the other way. And if you're having a little trouble with getting your arm to go in a big circle, you want to start with a very little circle. And then you start making it bigger and bigger. Okay, put that arm down. Stretch the other arm out. Start making a big circle. Go up to the sky and down to the floor. Up to the sky and down to the floor. Up to the sky and down to the floor. Go the other way. And now move both arms. You can go either way. You can let them flap around. Don't hit yourself in the head. Shake them out. Okay, so now we're going to find our belly and our back, right? So this is our belly. This is our back. These are our sides. We're going to put our hands on our side. And we're going to move our body back and forth. So we're going to put our belly forward. And then our back and our belly forward and then bend down and belly and forward and a little back, a little forward. And now we're going to go side, 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 side. And now just keep doing those little motions, right? We can make it a circle or we can go back, forward, side, side. We're just loosening up the middle of our body here. Awesome. Shake it out. Last warm up like this. So we're going to take our leg, either leg, and we're just going to pick it up as high as we can, like we're doing a knee kick. And then we're just going to start shaking it. Just shake it around. You can do little baby kicks. Just loosen up that leg and then do the same with the other leg. Pick it up. Give it a shake. Now move around both legs. Give a couple jumps. Shake your hands again. Shake out everything. So really feel like a piece of wet spaghetti. Everything's wiggly. Everything's shaky. Everything's loose and floppy. Be really loose and floppy. Okay, now we're back to being strong and like a statue. And one more time. Be really loose and floppy. Everything is shaking. Everything is moving. And freeze. Everything is a statue. Very nice. All right, so we're going to warm up our fingers and our hands so we can do some good punches. So everyone open those hands. We're going to put the twinkly, twinkly stars in the sky. So we're going to go stars, 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 squeeze. As always, make sure your thumb is on the outside, not on the inside. Outside thumb, nice tight fist. One more time. Stars, twinkle, 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 squeeze. Bring both hands out. Put one hand in your chamber. That's right. So this is our chamber. Remember, our chamber hand is upside down. This is our punching hand. It's going to go right in front of our belly. We're going to start punching a little bit slow today so we can really think about flipping that chamber upside down and flipping that punch straight out. If that's a little tricky for you and you find you get a little confused, that's okay. That's why we practice. So we're switching, and we're switching, and we're switching, and we're switching. Make sure your hand's right in front of that belly. We're going to go a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now big ki, 10. Ki-ai! So here I am. I'm punching in front of my belly. I'm going to bring it up, 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 up the elevator. Now it's up in front of my face. Nice and slow. Flip, flip. Take those big bumpy knuckles at the top that we always talk about in class and really point them straight out in front of you. So remember, if we don't pay attention, sometimes our hand does that. Not good. Sometimes our hand does that. Really not good. We really want a nice, straight, bumpy knuckle fist. And again, we're punching up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now say ki, 10. Ki! So what's next? You guys know we did middle. We did up. Yep, you got it. We're going down toward the floor. Nice and slow, switch. Nice and slow, switch. One more nice and slow switch. Everyone check that chamber. Make sure it's right on your side. We're punching down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now big ki, 10. Ki! All right, shake out those hands again. So remember when we were doing our punches, we had this position, right? We had our tight fist with our thumb on the outside, no little hot dogs. We had a nice tight fist. So now we're going to do some knife hands, and we want to really make sure that our hand is in a good spot, right? So here's my hands here. Here's all my fingers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers and my big old thumb over here. To make a good knife hand, the first thing we want to do is take all 4 fingers and stick them together like we just got some glue and we glue them together. Now instead of 4 fingers, I have this big part of my hand and it's all super stuck. Last, I want to take my thumb and now I want to tuck it against my hand. It's actually opposite of what we said to do before, right? Before we said don't put it there. For knife hand, we definitely want to put it there. What did I make? I made a nice strong knife hand. There goes my dog again, right on schedule. So we have our nice strong knife hand, and it's this part that's going to be the chopping part, right? Again, don't do this. That's not going to be very strong, and if we were hitting a pad or something like that, we would actually hurt our little finger. Tight, tight, knife hand is out. Other hand, same thing. Tight, tight, into your chamber. So we're going to chop down. So we're going to take the hand that's in our chamber, and we're going to bring it up high. For kids who are a little bit older, this opposite hand actually goes across our belly. For my little guys, that's a little bit tricky, so don't worry about that if it's confusing. What's really important is that we have one hand up, and then it's chopping down. Now we're going to take the other hand, bring it up, and we're chopping down. Don't chop all the way down toward the floor. Try to stop somewhere in front of your shoulder or your chest or even your belly, but not all the way down there. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And again, I'm showing the motion like the older kids would do. Little guys, so long as one hand is chopping and then the other hand is chopping, you're doing it right. And as always, check those fingers, make sure they're tight. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up, down, 8, up, down, 9, bring that hand right above your head, chop down, say ki-ai. So now, here's your knife hand, right? Here's mine. I want you to take it and be really sneaky. Hide it behind your head. So pretend that you're hiding it from me. I can't see it now. You can't see mine. It's back here somewhere. We're going to swing it out and around, and we're going to stop right in front of our nose. And I'm going to come up here so you can see. What I'm doing with my hand is I'm making it super flat, like a table, right? Like a plate. So I could put something on top, and it wouldn't fall to the floor. It's nice and flat, and it's right at the height of my nose or my ear. My other hand can go to my chamber, or if that's a little tricky, you can hang out down here. But now I'm going to use this hand. I'm going to hide it so no one can see it all the way behind my head. Swing it around and flat. So I'm cutting sideways, right? So if there were a pad here to cut, I'd be cutting that way. You guys might remember from when we do this in class. When I hold the pad for this strike, I hold it sideways. Behind your head, around. Behind your head, around. And 1 head, cut. 2 head, cut. 3 head, cut. 4 head, cut. 5 head, cut. 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more with a ki-ai, 10, ki-ai. Okay, so we're going to do a tricky knife hand, but it's also one of my favorites. So first we need 2 strong knife hands. So here's my 2. Show me your 2 strong knife hands. So we're going to take our 2 knife hands and we're going to flip them this way, and we're going to make an X. So everyone right there, make an X. How do we make an X? We take our hands and we cross them together. We're going to take the X and we're going to put it on our ear. For my little guys, don't worry about which side, which hand, none of that. Just put your X on your ear. And now we're going to chop out in front of our head. For older kids, how does this really work? We're going to go across, bring it on top and make the X. And the knife hand that's inside is the one that comes out. That is our cross, our shuto uchi uchi, we call it. That's our knife hand. But for my pre-K guys, for my little guys, all I want you to remember is make an X, put the X on your ear, and chop out in front of you. And your knife hand's coming through the sky like a big airplane up in the sky. X, ear, cut. X, ear, cut. 1, ear, cut. 2, 3, 4, cross on your ear, big cut. 5, boom. 6, boom. 7, boom. 8, boom. 9, and one more, make a big X. Put the X on your ear, big knife hand, and ki-ai. Shake out those hands. Shake out those legs. Awesome. So we're going to do one more thing with our hands before we move on to doing some kicks today. So what I want you to do is take your hand. It's going to be the same like the knife hand, but instead of turning it into a chop, we're going to find this part of our hand. We call that our palm, and this is called our palm heel. In Japanese, we actually call that shote. But what we're going to do is I want you to imagine you're giving a big high five up to the sky. So we're up like this. Our other hand's in our chamber, and we're just going to switch. So notice my fingers are up. They're not pointing out. That would be a fingertip strike. We're not going to do that one. My fingers are pointing up, and my hand is out. And I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. Keep pushing toward me. So I want you to imagine that if I'm up here and you keep pushing, you're going to push me all the way back to the back of my room. So let's try that. Here we are. Bring your hand out and start pushing me. Start pushing me. Whoa, till I go all the way back to the back of the room. We're pushing with our hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big push, big push, big push, big push, big push. And say, Ki-ai. Very good. Shake out those hands. Shake out those legs. You can do a couple little squats, a couple bending of our legs. Okay, awesome. So we're going to move on to some kicks. I'm going to take my camera and tilt it down just a little bit. Okay, cool. That way when I'm back here, you'll be able to see my legs a little bit better. So I'm going to go back here again. So I'm going to start with my front snap kick, like we often do. Remember, my front snap kick is when I pick up my knee and I stick my foot out. And what we really want to focus on today is picking up our knee and really taking that ball of the foot. So if I come up way close to you, that part of my foot that I'm showing you, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to stick out toward you. So I'm back here. My hands are up. I'm going to go 1 and really stick that foot out. 2, 3, boom. 4, boom. 5, boom. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So now we're going to reach our hands up toward the sky to do our knee kick. Remember, we're going to grab, pull, and like we're putting something right on top of our knee. Grab, pull, knee. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ki-ai. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. So I'm going to take my camera. I'm actually going to point it here at this door. That is the door that's in my closet, that's in my living room. So what I want you guys to do is find, and your mom and dad can help you at home, find a wall or even the arm of your couch, something you can put your hand on. So I'm going to put my hand right here on my door. This is my closet. This is going to help me balance today. So I'm going to have my hand on the door so I can really use that to help me balance. And what am I going to do? I'm going to work on my side kick and my roundhouse kick by holding on to something. So again, if you want, you can be holding on to the couch. You can be holding on to the wall. You can even be holding on to your mom or dad's hand or your big sister or anything that you can put your hand on. Again, this is just to help us balance so we can really focus on some of our details today with these kicks. So my hand's going to go flat on the door. My leg is going to come up, and it's going to be at this angle that I use for my roundhouse kick. So notice when we do front kick, it's like this. I'm turning my body more sideways. So again, this is my front snap kick. Boom. That's my roundhouse kick. I'm going to keep my hand on the wall so I can stretch my leg out and hold it. So again, hold on to your mom or dad or wall or couch. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If your leg's getting a little tired, that's great. That means you're doing it right. Bring your knee back. Put your foot down. Shake it out for a second. We're going to do it one more time. Leg goes up. Leg goes out and hold, hold, hold. Back and down. And now switch your feet so the other hand can go on the wall or the couch or your mom. Bring up your leg. And again, remember, it's not straight anymore. My belly turned a little sideways. My leg is on an angle and out I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back. Put it down. Shake it out a little bit. Back up. 1 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back and put it down. Shake it out. So we're going to turn back to the other side. And again, we're going to put our hand on the thing that we're using to balance. If it's an arm of the couch or something, your hand would be a little bit lower. If you're on the wall, you can make your hand a little higher. But now you're going to take your belly. I'm going to turn it all the way sideways. So you should see my whole side is pointing at you now. Your whole side is pointing away from whatever your hand is on. So here's my hand. It's on my door. I'm going to pick up my knee like I'm going to front snap kick that way, but I'm not. Instead, I'm going to turn my body and stick my side kick straight out toward you. Notice I'm trying to make my foot a little bit sideways. Bring it back and put it down. Again, up, stick that leg out sideways, back and down. Turn around, last one like this, hand on the wall. Pick up your knees, stick it out. 1, 2, 3, bring it back, put it down. One more time, pick up your knees, stick that foot out, hold on to the wall. 1, 2, 3, bring it back, put it down. Shake it out, coming back. Awesome, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, so we are going to do some moving across the floor. I'm going to turn this up a little bit so we can see the whole room. So now I'm going to go way, way, way back here. So you're going to want to find a space in your room where there's a little bit of a space in front of you so you can walk forward a little bit and walk backwards a little bit. And we're going to review that real quick right now. Remember, when I'm going forward, it means my belly is going toward where I want to end up. Right now, I want to end up close to you guys. So I'm back here, and I want to go forward. That means my belly's coming toward the camera. When I want to go backward, it means my back is going toward where I want to end up. Remember, this is forward. This is me turning around and going forward the other way. That's not what we want to do. And I know my little guys, we sometimes get confused about what backward means. So we're going to work on that right now. This is forward. This is backwards. So let's try 3 steps forward. 1, 2, 3. Don't turn around. Keep your belly pointing at me and your back pointing behind you and go 3 step backward. 3 step forward. 1, 2, 3. 3 step backward. 1, 2, 3. Stay back there. Put one foot in front, one foot in back. Bring your hand out. So you want your hand and your leg to be the same if you can. We're going to step forward by switching our feet and switching our hands. So I got closer to you, my belly moved toward you, and I switched my hands to punch. I'm going to do it again. Boom. So if you don't have enough space, you can always adjust by moving a little bit. I'm going to do it one more time. Boom. So now here's where it gets a little tricky. I'm not going to turn around to go back the other way. I'm going to leave my belly pointing toward you. I'm going to leave my back pointing that way. I'm going to take one backward step, make a big muscle, and block my belly. So I'm pushing that punch away. I'm going to take another backward step. Notice I'm still looking at you, but I'm moving farther away, and my other hand's going to block my belly. One more backward step, block my belly, step in and punch. 1, step in and punch. 2, I'm going forward one more time. 3, now I'm going backward and block, backwards and block, backwards and block. One more time, forward and punch, forward and punch, forward and punch, backward and block, backward and block, backward and block. Very nice. So we're going to do this one more time, but this time we're going to do it with our kicks. So we're going to take our front snap kick off our back leg. So remember, this is my front leg over here. This back here, that's my back leg. I'm going to front snap kick and step forward. I'm moving closer to you. Again, front snap kick and step forward. I'm moving closer to you. One more time, front snap kick, step forward. I'm going backward. I'm going to take my hand and I'm just going to push down, pushing that kick away. Push that kick away. Push that kick away. Forward kick, forward kick, forward kick, backward block. Don't worry if you don't have the same hand and foot. So long as you're working on forward kicks and backward blocks. If you want to do this block, that's okay. If you want to just move your hand, whoa. Forward kick, forward kick, forward kick, freeze, backward block, backward block, backward block. One more time, a little faster. Kick, 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 block, block, block. Shake it out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Once again, deep breath in. Deep breath out. So we're going to finish our class today with what I'm going to refer to as imaginary stations. Why are we calling them imaginary stations? Because I'm in my living room. I don't have the stations that we normally have, right? So what do we normally have when we're in the dojo? We have a trampoline, we have a tunnel, we have a balance board, we have some blocks that we walk on, we have a mat that we roll on, right? We have all kinds of things that we don't necessarily have. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use my living room and the space that I'm in to create some stations on my own. So here's what we're going to have. We're going to have 3 stations. Station 1 is going to be our trampoline. So right now, I want you to imagine the floor just got a little bit more bouncy. Oh wow, look, I'm bouncing on the trampoline. It's not real, it's an imaginary trampoline. But it turns out that I can bounce on it just the same. So now I'm going to keep jumping, but let's go a little bit higher. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's see if we can jump and turn around. Jump and turn around. Jump and bring our feet open. Keep jumping for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And stop, shake it out. Take a deep breath. All right, let's walk to our next station. So here I am now. I'm on my balancing station. So I'm going to stand on my balancing station. Do you feel it? It's a little wobbly. Whoa. Whoa, it's moving. All right, let's see if we can really do it well. Let's put one foot on, pick up the other foot, and hold it. Whoa. Super wobbly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that foot down. Get your balance again. Hold it. 5, other foot. 4, 3, 2, 1. And put it down. So I'm going to turn this camera down toward the floor for our very last station of the day. So I'm going down toward my floor. All right, so now I'm down here on the floor for my very last station of the day, which is going to be our crawling through our tunnel, crawling through our mat, whatever we're imagining we're crawling through. So right now, we're going to crawl through 2 times. The first time, it's going to be a big tunnel. The second time, it's going to be a really small, flat tunnel. So for the first one, I want you to make a big tunnel that looks like this, right? So it's like our bear that we often do, or our push-up position. And we're just going to go from one side of the room to the other, and then go back. So imagine here I am, I'm getting back in my tunnel. It's nice and big, so I have a lot of space. And I'm going to crawl through. There I go. If you want, you can turn around and crawl back the other way. And imagine you're going through a really big tunnel. All right, so now I want you to imagine someone took the big tunnel and squished it. So now there's not that much room to crawl ourselves through. So what are we going to do now? We're going to put our belly really flat on the floor. So I'm all the way down like a snake, and I'm going to slide my belly through the tunnel. So now I can't get my belly up off the floor. I got to keep my belly down, but I can use my arms and my knees to pull me like a snake. Awesome. Come back up. Shake it out. Okay, so we're going to finish by doing some stuff that makes our body a little bit stronger. We already did a tunnel, so we already worked our arms and our chest. Let's work our belly muscles. So we're going to sit down just like this. And we're going to take our hands and put them on the floor behind us. Today we're going to try to do one leg at a time. So I want you to take one leg and just put it out on the floor. Boom, my leg is nice and flat on the floor. I'm going to take my other leg and bring it up. And I'm just going to hold that one leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a break for a second. We're going to go for the full one. Hands are on the floor. Both feet up. And if you want to try Bringing your hands up too. Remember, if you start to fall, catch yourself on your hands instead. Don't let your head fall down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Come on down. Crisscross your legs. Take a deep breath. Have a seat on your knees. As always, you can also crisscross your legs if that's a little easier. We're going to bring our hands to our side, and we're going to freeze our body for 10 seconds. So right now, I want you to imagine you're frozen. Don't move, but close your eyes. Be super still for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone, open your eyes. Bow. Us. Thank you so much for joining us for our morning pre-karate class. So these 10:30 in the morning classes are kind of an experiment. I know it's kind of a weird time, particularly for parents who are trying to work from home or whose kids are trying to work from home. If this time slot is not so great, we are going to move this Wednesday class to 3:30 in the afternoon instead, which I'm happy to do if that seems like a better time for most people. So if you are at home watching this and you want to send me a message that says, hey, 10:30 is great, I love it, do so. I'm also going to send out an email that basically is polling the people who do pre-K karate with us to find out what is a better time slot. And we'll keep it going. We want to, make as many classes as we can that work for as many people's schedules as possible. So please let us know what you need. And in the meantime, we'll see you next time. There's going to be a 3:30 pre-karate class streaming live here on Facebook on Friday. I will be streaming from the dojo. And until then, hope you guys are having a great week, and I'll see you soon. Take care.